guys plan on asking, must say, do you plan on asking Sienna to use any of her Pokemon?
Might need her Pokemon's help, yes.
Okay. So, let me get that straight then.
We never know how many Pokemon we're actually going to need on this.
Oh, that's supposed to be part of the difficulty. Okay, let's see. Right, let's see if we can just go
We also need
ahead
the
and...
initiative bar when you get a minute.
Yes, initiative bar. Nope, that's not right.
So I'm going to guess plant and possibly poison type.
Definitely looks like a plant.
Remind me, what's the setup? What was the setup for this again? This particular creature is like, I know this is the lab where we walked in and found a bunch of papers and stuff.
Must say, he was a must say he was a scientist who must say he is the must say this is the scientist who the papers you've been reading. This is the guy who effectively went crazy due to the must say due to the stone talking to him or him hearing something from the stone. And he, I'm not saying the stone. He's been using the power of whatever this artifact is, in order to, and has been testing it on organic life.
Okay.
I must say, having tested it on organic life and feeling that he has finally reached a breakthrough, he decided to use it I must say, use it in a means on some vegetation. He consumed the vegetation, and you saw his body start to warp and, for lack of a better term, glitch. And he seems to have become some sort of human Pokemon hybrid.
Okay, this is the guy who turned himself into a Pokemon. Got it.
Yeah,
This is not the thing we're
yes,
trying to
I
slap
must
the power dampeners on and shoot into space.
say. Yeah. He is effectively become a Pokemon with like scientific, evil scientists, big brain powers.
All right.
So think Grass Mewtwo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Nope, wrong one. Oh, here. Nope, that's also the wrong one. There we go. Okay. So, okay. Sienna's going to look and be like, "Oh, ooh, this could be a problem." Okay. She's gonna reach into one of her pockets, and she was like, I guess this is probably the only way I'm gonna say safe. She's gonna throw out a Pokeball. Go. All right. And let me check his stats. Okay. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, let's see. There we go. Oh, all right.
Alright. Uh, definitely need to shuffle it. Oh, they still need to put in the initiative. Never mind. That's it. We need to shuffle it, but people are not everybody's in the initiative yet. So.
Yeah. Let me. Initiative is.
Technically, I haven't deployed Alma because I will be doing that. I thought I might as well add her to the initiative now.
Oh, nice. Sweet. I did that. All right, let's see. Initiative is. Oh,
So many nightclub and bar maps.
Bar maps, you said?
Yeah, I'm going through updating the map folder, and it's like nightclub, bar, nightclub, bar.
okay. Speed. Oh, okay, there we go. Good.
Like, everybody thinks nightclubs and bars. What the fuck?
All right, and you know. Okay. Oh, wait, nope. Forgot to put in his. See, is a Pokemon now? So his initiative has changed.
Yeah, it's see that's why he shouldn't have done that because now his initiative can only be a decimal point.
It can only be a decimal point. But
It can be a ridiculously high decimal point, but it's still a decimal point.
okay. All right. Top of the round. Sienna is going to toss out her Pokeball. All right, you know what to do. Go, Luxray.
She's used Luxray before, right?
No, she's never used a Pokemon since you've known her.
I thought we had her use a Pokemon in the last adventure.
No, she's asked you if you needed her to do something, and you said no. And so she's like, okay. So she
I
just
could have
kept taking
sworn
pictures.
she threw something out in the last adventure.
No, she hasn't. She hasn't thrown out anything yet.
No, we had her use her trainer abilities or whatever in the last adventure. That must be what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Because I know we have asked her to contribute a couple times.
Yeah, you've asked her to contribute a handful of times, mainly to use her skills as as a crown killer, but and a couple other feats that she has. But you guys were like, oh, we got Pokemon, we got this. So she's like, okay. And she is more than happy to hang out in the back. Okay.
This is how we indicate this shit's serious. We ask her to help.
You said what?
So this is how we prove the situation is serious. We ask her to help.
Okay. Okay. All right, Luxray, get ready. Get ready for combat. Use charge. You'll see Luxray start to surge with electricity. Zeke.
All right. Sorry, Luxray. I know this is the first time we've met, so just letting you give it a heads up. This feels slightly weird the first time. So I apologize in advance. I'm tagging all our Pokemon with training, with channeling as a swift action. And because I am channeling, I can now give everybody the battle synchronization and spirit boost enhancements. For those who may or may not remember how those work.
Okay, thank you. It's nice to be on the receiving end of this.
For the record, that is now the spirit boost is now a +7.
Okay. So a +7 to
A bonus of +7 to a thing determined by which of your stats is the highest.
okay. Let's see. All right. So what's the highest stat?
And for every one of our Pokemon that successfully lands an attack, all the other Pokemon get +1 to hit and +1 to dodge.
So it gets a +7 bonus to its highest. Let's see. Okay. Highest targeting bonus damage when using physical attacks equal to your intuition rank +1.
Okay, that's
So yeah,
bonus damage.
If their attack stat is their highest, they gain +7 to physical attack, +7 damage to physical attacks.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
yeah. Almost highest stat has shifted from social attack to social defense because I know siege enhancements don't count.
So you get +7 soak.
Yeah.
Versus special attacks.
Yeah. I was hoping it would be more damage, but soak is good too.
Well, which stat it is entirely up to you. I have no control over that.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I just my recent jiggering over levels.
Right. Lattice, your turn.
I'll grab Pokeball.
And I'm also going to take my shift action to
double check my throwing distance.
Get out of dodge here. Get some cover. And we'll tell Harold to use range on that. We're still feeling this guy out, so let's start with
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna do something different for once. I'm gonna have him start with Axie, and by Axie I mean Confuse Ring.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my Pokeball. Look at this creature right here. This human Pokemon which may or may not be my future, given the dump tank. Consider for a few moments. Toss the ball. Okay, Alma, I don't quite know what this can do, but I'm pretty sure it's a plant. So keep on your toes. Keep your eyes peeled. And let's start off with Shadow Ball.
Keep on keeping on. Ooh, this one's a sushi bar. That's so different. And I think that's it for us.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Start his turn.
He's gonna do a thing.
He's gonna do a thing. He's definitely about to do a thing. But he has so many things.
I bet it's gonna be a thing that'll hurt.
Okay. Nope. I'll say it is going to. I'll say he is going to laugh. He's like, oh yes, it has given me the power to do that what I will, and soon everyone will know what I can do, starting with you. As this purplish mist begins to emanate from his body before forming a skull over his head, you will see his movements slow just a little bit. But you will see the scales on his body grow larger and denser.
Well, he's armoring up.
Okay.
You guys have seen this before. You guys have seen this before in another battle, but it's been quite some time. He has used curse.
Ah, yes, the curse. The move that can't make up its mind what it does, because everybody who uses it gets a different effect.
Yes. Lowered his speed, raised his attack and defense. So speed has dropped. Behold! 27.
Oh, no! Truly, he will definitely now not get a turn. He's just so slow.
Harold, it is your turn.
Okay, Harold, your overland is... Go, bunny. Okay. Hops up.
You first.
Man. And that's a status attack, so it should only be his speed evasion, which is really high.
Speed evasion is currently a 5.
So that is a miss.
Yeah. You attempt to hit it with confused ray. The petals around its neck will fold around its face as it protects it from the blinding light show that is emanated from the blinding light show of confused ray.
See,
you truly?
You see, this is why we don't try different moves.
Do you truly believe your parlor tricks shall work on me? I am a scientist. It means I am excellent at combat.
Indeed.
Luxray. Leap up here. Charging my attack. Alright, and that's all that Luxray can do for charge as his body as its tail starts to absorb ambient static energy in the room. And it starts to the yellow streak, I say the yellow aspects of his body begin to start glowing with this fluorescent, I say this fluorescent light. Um,
Okay, Alma coming out of the ball. um, will
is it playing music for you guys?
not hearing anything.
It says music is playing when I check the jukebox.
Yeah, let me double check my sound. That's my Wi-Fi. My sound. Okay, if I put it all the way up to max, I can hear it. Um, maybe you need to adjust
Master volume.
the master volume on your side. Should be a blue gauge slide bar above the actively playing music.
Um,
Okay, I
how's
can
that?
hear it.
We hear it on your side.
I hear it in my earpiece without being at maximum.
Okay, you do? Okay, cool.
Yeah, I hear it better that I've upped it to 70.
There we go.
Okay.
We are good to go then.
Okay. Palma.
Okay. And for what I believe is the first time, she will unleash a sphere of darkness.
Shadow Ball. That will hit because the maximum is 11 anyway. So
I just look at this by the way, and I go, oh, it's a potentially a good combo just to rotate between Shadow Ball and Charge Beam, given what the effects are. Be like Lure Defense, increase my offense.
all right. You will slam. You will slam your Shadow Ball into him, and it's like. um, when you hit, you will see the shadow. You will see the energy of the Shadow Ball kind of siphon through his body a little bit. You'll see it siphon through his body a little bit as you will see his scales turn. You'll see some of the scales on his back turn the color of your Shadow Ball.
Does that normally happen?
Not sure. Kind of the first time dealing with human Pokemon hybrids.
It's just weird. You're weird.
When you see that energy hit him, you will see momentarily. Momentarily, you'll feel as if Harold. Harold will be able to tell, and since Jay's linked to him, you'll be able to tell. Harold is close enough to where Harold has this feeling that Harold has this feeling that he just lost a brief second where he was like, "What just happened?" As if like time in that area around him just kind of went kind of wonky.
Oh, great! He has legendary resistance via time shenanigans.
Seems like he took the full brunt of it, but Harold's looking at him as if something is different now. Harold's kind of giving you that look of, it's like, something just happened. I don't like it. All right, top of the round. Sienna is going to is going to get Luxray to use Thunder Fang. Alright. This is gonna get really fucking stupid if he actually connects to this. I'll say it wouldn't be this. It wouldn't be so bad if Jay didn't get that bottle.
Sorry, it's all I can do.
No. All I can do is just make everyone, super strong.
Right,
It's perfectly good.
I don't have offense yet. I'm only support at the moment.
Which makes sense, since Lattice is supposed to be like the battler.
Okay, so Spirit Boost is still going. I'll put down a second round of battle synchronization and add an inspired training to. Actually, let me double check my evasion. Do I need inspired training in this fight? You know what? No, I'm gonna go with focus training, get that +1 that hit.
Okay.
Alright. And I've got 2 shots with it. Might as well try Confuse Ray again. Why not?
Okay.
And that's it for my turn.
Lattice.
I didn't think I got a very good look. How did that Shadow Ball go? I was just kind of gauging because he looks plant-ish.
You hit him and then he changed or altered something. Not quite sure how effective it was. Oh, right, forgot to take my movement.
Okay. Well, since we're feeling things out, Alma, go ahead and follow up with the charge beam. Let me see. Let me move. Can I moving this way? Can I see where the control panel is for these arms right here?
They just they seem to be like they're kind of like the robot arms on wheels.
All right.
They're effectively like droids, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
There's no panel for them. They just kind of seem to be autonomous.
And what's in this container?
What's in each of these containers? They're very foggy. They're very foggy. They seem to be cryo tubes. You can't really see within them.
Okay. Okay.
Mouse, if you want to take an action to try to, get some of the frost off of it.
No, because right now I'm trying to do something to understand my opponent. Can I make a Pokemon education check?
Yes. What are you trying to find out? That'll determine the difficulty.
I'm trying to see if I can ascertain the typing of this creature. Like, obviously it looks like a plant and such, but I want to try to use what knowledge I have to see if there's any tells that may imply things beyond the surface.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay. It is definitely plant. No, so it's definitely plant, and you can't fully tell what else, but you're fairly certain just based on the way. If you're just going based off of looks, you can definitely tell it's plant-based. It does seem to have dragon-like features. You're not exactly certain if it's a dragon type, but it definitely looks like other dragon type Pokemon that you dealt with.
Okay.
Because you got the dragon like tail, dragon legs, dragon face, dragon arms.
Give me a
So,
minute. I think I can
scales.
confirm that with.
Okay. I can't quite get much by just looking at the guy. That'll be it for my turn.
Give me a minute. Out of character, I can tag him with Pokemaniac on my turn.
Okay. Your turn rolls back around?
Yeah, when it's my turn, I can do that. It's not my turn yet, obviously.
Okay. All right. Now that he has done his thing, it's time to do another thing. Since he's the only person in range, um, see, do I go for a hit or do I do? Let's see, all the Pokemon are right. Let's see, so far he hasn't attempted to do anything, so he's gonna go after Alma because Alma was the first person who actually struck him with something.
Okay.
That's too powerful. Can't use that right now. That'd be a dick move. Okay. Alright. Its petals are going to unfurl. Its petals are going to unfurl as it shoots this strange liquid at you.
Okay, Alma did hit it. Well, that was last. Would have reset, so yeah, we're good.
And was it the base is +1?
No, it's for each one that hits.
Oh, okay.
But
So the base is 0.
Yeah, the base is 0.
Okay.
For one full round, whenever a channeled Pokemon successfully hits a foe, all channeled Pokemon.
Okay.
So that would have ended on my turn when I
Gotcha.
re-upped it.
In which case, my evasion for physical and special, or rather, Alma's evasion for physical and special is 6. Sorry, hold on. I forgot my training bonuses. Expert lets me do that. I gave the initial orders then.
As I remember, you have training and you have orders. Those are two separate.
Well, yeah, but I have a training thing that lets me instill like 2 training things.
Yeah.
And I can order training on top of that.
Oh, you get two trainings and the order.
Because my expert. Oh, I'm still on the sheet. I'm not going to find my trainer shit on there.
I mean, it's cool. I knew there was Commander's Voice for 2 orders. I didn't know they had something for 2 training. That's right. Ace Trainer or whatever has something for 2 trainings.
Yeah.
All right. What is your Let's see. What is your let's see? Speed evasion.
Yep.
What is your speed evasion currently?
When training, you can choose the 2 different training features.
Okay, he's going just for speed, which means it's a status attack.
Just for speed, okay. So I'm going to. Okay, cool. Okay, so that is that. Plus that for the training. Plus that for the order. Speed is. Speed evasion is 4.
Okay. All right. It will belch up this this purplish, I say this purplish liquid attempting to spray Alma.
No, do you know how much soap I'm gonna have to use?
All right, so that's a 6 plus 1 minus 4, so 3 would hit.
Ooh, you don't see acid very often.
I mean, it is a plant
You
type,
haven't
but
seen it
acid is
yet.
kind of like one.
I'm not saying, funny enough, you haven't seen it yet because it's not an acid attack.
Oh.
Actually, it is a poison attack, but it does no damage.
Oh, those are always fun.
It's arguably going to be worse.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it was a status attack, clearly a status attack based on the evasion, so we knew it did no damage.
Okay. It is going to belch this liquid over Alma. And I'm not saying for the first time since you've had Alma, Alma's eyes close.
What? Alma, are you okay? Your eyes are closed. What's wrong?
Alma is frantically rubbing her eyes. Keen Eye has been disabled.
Oh.
I'll say for the rest of the encounter, Keen Eye cannot be utilized.
Oh, damn. Oh, that's a big deal.
I'll say Gastro Acid. The target's ability is disabled until the end of the encounter. If the target has more than one ability, the opponent chooses one of them to disable.
Okay, nice.
Fun thing, it's seen though, so don't have to worry about that again.
Oh, no, he chose well.
I was like, what's been the biggest bane to me since he's gotten this? And it's like, Keen Eye. Get rid of that shit. I say considering that he's grossly outnumbered. All right, that's his action. All right, Alright.
Alright, buddy, let's try it for the first time. Last time, again, almost one square away from flanking. Okay, oh.
All right.
I think that
So
did.
that does hit.
Cool. He is just now confused.
He's like, now you can no longer use those eyes of yours. Oh gosh. Annoying little flame rodent. Shall snuff you out forthwith with my... Wait, what is that?
And because I successfully hit, that means Alma and Luxray both get a +1 to attack and defense.
Nice.
This could hurt. Assuming... And let's see. All right, so that means that. So he gets a +1 from you. Then a +2 from Sienna. Great. Good. I feel like this squad is on some. I feel like this squad is on some mezzo shit.
However, unlike with Mezzo, it is taking multiple people to do this.
1d20 plus 3. All right, here we go. That is a 17. And because of Sienna, expanded crit range. Okay. Let's see. Um, do either of you have a coin nearby?
Yeah, it's called Roll 20. 1d2.
Yeah,
Right.
see,
Okay. Right, he will bite into its leg as lightning surges through his body. Alright. Okay. That's a fairly high damage base. And then shit. Alright. Alright. Flux raise damage. And then you said his damage is increased by
It's plus. You said it was his attack stat, so plus 7 physical damage.
yeah. +7 physical damage. And then Luxury has Rivalry. Whenever a user deals direct damage to a target of the same gender, increase the damage deal by +5.
ow.
Yeah, that's what I was like, ow. Right?
Oof.
As it chomps down into it, um, um, you will see it like you will see that he is in immense pain as he looks down. I'll say as he looks down at it with serious anger in his eyes. Luxray and Harold will feel that same feeling again of as something strange seems to have happened. You will see the electricity that is coursing through his body start to roll up, roll around the back of his body and get contained within the spines. I'm about to say within the scales on his back in a different section. Let's see. Could he do something in return for that? Technically, but no.
Ooh, I have an idea. But I'll need to wait for a little bit later.
Okay, yeah, all right. Oh,
Okay. Oma will, having to use her other senses given the state of her eyes, will fire off.
She's at +2.
charge beam.
Oh, nice crit.
And that is a critical rule.
Mm.
As she hops off the piece of equipment she was on. And
Okay.
will
Okay, that is a crit. So does that. All right. He will get struck with the charge beams, like. Does not look. I'll say the lightning. I'll say the electricity seems to roll around his body as that section of his spine that Harold and Luxray can see since they're behind him. You can see that the moment that the lightning starts getting towards him, that section will start to glow as the lightning seems to roll around him, causing damage but effectively resistance.
Gotcha. I was wondering. Okay.
Ah! Your feeble electricity shall do nothing to me. Ow! Nothing, I say. You trainers, take your silly, take your silly little pets and go home. But first, I need you to tell me something.
Yeah?
Where is Ronan?
What are you talking about? She's right there.
She is not in this room. I am a man of science. I can see all. The artifact has told me that she travels with you.
I mean, it's not my fault.
It foretold.
Not my fault if you can't see Silent Rod. I mean,
So be it. I shall take your brains. And when I take your brains shall tell me exactly where she is.
easy there. Hold your horses, Eddie.
And Sienna's like, what did I do? To be fair, you probably have done nothing. But you are very intelligent. No, I'm not. They're more intelligent than me. He's a ranger. That makes him smart. Should probably take his brain. Probably Lattice, too. Just gonna ease over here towards his door. And Sienna just kind of like try to hide over here.
Classy.
But she's not a fighter. I'm saying she's an observer. It's like what sort of cameraman just gets all in people's faces.
I mean, by that logic, the only one of us here who's a fighter is Lattice. And even that's a stretch.
At least you're capable of defending yourself. I mean, at least I'm assuming you have some ranger training where if somebody tries to jump you, you can probably at least punch them in the face or hit them with a bow staff.
That didn't come through Ranger. That came through Hobbyist. I have, was it basic martial arts? The thing that gives you one attack, that one really basic bitch attack. That's,
Rock Smash?
Yeah, Rock Smash. The thing where it's like one step above struggle.
Yeah, so you got that. I'll say the only thing she can do is just throw her camera at somebody. She'd rather die than break her camera. So
True, but I think throwing her camera does more damage than my my attack.
True, but if she misses, not only did she miss, but the camera's also broke. She's gonna look at him like, I'm trying to take. It was like I'm trying to pin down what it is that he's doing, and I can't figure it out. She's like every time I take a picture of him doing whatever that weird thing is, my picture. She's like looking at her camera. She's like, my pictures are. She was like, my pictures. It was like like every photo I take of him, whenever he does that, the photo's corrupted.
Huh.
She was like, I'll try to figure it. She's like, I'm trying to figure it out, but this is getting really annoying. Um, Geez. The lightning doesn't seem to be working.
Did it do no damage or just less damage?
Oh, what the charge beam? Less damage.
Okay, I mean, it worked. It's just not the most effective.
Yeah, yeah. For Must say the type. It must say the type. Must say the types haven't exactly been in the favor because it's like, um, from what David can tell, his general idea of what this thing was appears to be spot on. So it was like, oh, hey, it's grass type. Electricity doesn't do that much to grass types. Then there's dragon type. Electricity doesn't do that much to dragon types. And then he also gained a resistance by using something. And then so it's like resist, resist, resist.
Oh, in their defense, Dragon type is immune to just about everything. Is resistant to just about everything. It's kind of unfair that way.
Yeah, but what it is weak to is really weak to.
Yeah.
So that's why they came up with fairy.
Honestly, I'd say that steel is worse than dragon.
I can see that as a fair argument. I'm not sure one way or the other, but yeah.
Yeah. Steel is pretty much like complete bullshit. It was like all across the board is pretty much like not effective. At least dragon type has some things where it's just like straight. And I was like, most things for dragon is like, yeah, it's like dragon's either resist or straight, and it has like two things on the list that are actually, well, before fairy showed up, it only had two things it was weak against. Yeah. But everything else is like resistant, and I was like, oh, this is bullshit. But when it comes to steel,
steel. Looking at the chart, steel is definitely worse.
Yeah, if it's not fire or ground, pretty much fuck off.
Or fighting.
Oh yeah, fighting. Which confuses me. I can throw rocks at steel, does nothing. I can punch steel, breaks it. What the hell?
Well, fighting represents physical strength. You can bend steel.
Yeah, but how does ground break steel? That's what I'm trying to.
Rust, corrosion. I don't know.
Yeah, if that's the case, then water should do that too. Hell, so should ice.
Don't know.
I'll say, okay, you are tagging it with Pokemaniac.
Yes, I will use my action to tag it with Pokemaniac. Yes, since I can't. I was going to take my action to look at that ball in front of me, but Pokemaniac seems more important right now. So
I was wondering if the thing in front of you was actually like a thing that he was actually.
That's what I wanted to investigate, but again, the Pokemaniac stuff seems to be more important.
Okay. And you are correct. You have won. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Target's level 75.
Okay.
Nature, crazy.
Makes sense.
I must say it's tight. I must say it's tight. Current, I must say it's tight. I must say it's tight. It's currently grass and dragon. You're also getting a third type, which, from what you are, from what you can barely seem to tell, seems to, for lack of a better term, seems to be a roulette wheel. You can't tell. It seems to be a third type, but you can't pick up as to what it is. You are also picking up two other types that it also seems to have, but they seem to be kind of, for lack of a better term, stored inside of it. Ghost and electric.
Ah,
But those types seem to be secondary, for lack of a better term. Just kind of seem to be there. They seem to be there, and you kind of give him the idea, the thought process that he can actually summon them forth when need be. There are types that can be pulled forward. Abilities. There are several, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It has technician, chlorophyll, stench,
Hang on, technician, chlorophyll, stench,
gluttony,
gluttony.
runaway,
Oh, so this dude's just playing by none of the rules. Okay.
ambush, shell armor.
Would it be easier to say he has all the abilities?
No, he doesn't have all of them.
You sure?
He has enough of them. He has one more.
That's what I mean. Is like, you sure he doesn't have all of them?
there's a lot of abilities.
No. And just cloud.
Okay.
If you are willing to give up your humanity, you too can have these powers.
All of them? In the,
Give yourself over to the artifact, and you can become a Pokemon. I will ascend to greatness, and I shall ride Velocious. With the artifact, I shall create a new world, a greater world, a Pokemon world.
but we already live in a Pokemon world.
A better one. One where humans and Pokemon are one. And not just in that lame way where people get along with them. No, we shall become one.
When all are one,
huge.
yes.
Yes. Just imagine. You would be able to you would be able to fuse with your Scorpiony. And you'll be able to use flaming powers. And you'll be able to wield a sword. Something that no human can do.
You've heard of these things, they're called hands, right?
Yes, and they shall be better when they're replaced with rabbit fidgets. Why have 5 fingers when you could have 3 adorable digits? Look at how your Pokemon wields a sword with so few fingers. Those extra 2 fingers are a burden. Let me cleave them from you. Don't you want adorable flaming ears? Look at his outfit.
He only has
You
one.
do not have.
He only has one less finger than I do.
You are correct. This one is an anomaly. He also has a bandage on his nose. That means that he has fought very well.
I mean, they're just born with the bandage.
But always struck
And
me as
look at his
odd.
boots. I said, look at his boots. Do you not wish to wear boots, sir?
I currently am wearing boots.
You lie.
You are halfway there already. Let me finish the experiments. You are already almost a Pokemon.
No, I just know how to buy shoes. This is
Shoes? What madness are you having? As a matter of fact, all of these Pokemon, all of them, they wear clothes. Were they humans at one point? Fascinating. Except for this Luxray. It seems to be behind the evolutionary process. Hmm. Fascinating. Yes. All of you. I must say, you know a great deal, Mr. J and Mr. Lattice. All of you. Your Pokemon are the true evolutionaries here. Come, and you shall join me, and we shall conquer the world. What say ye? Must say, what say ye, Alma? Can we forget about the part where I spit in your face?
Oh no, are we gonna have the Halo Cortana moment? Our Pokemon wouldn't join you!
What about you? Must say, what about you, Harold? Would you join me? Harold is going to make a gesture that is going to be off screen. That the doctor will make a such vulgarity. Lattice, is your turn.
Okay. I see. Uh, uh, is, okay, okay. Okay. Uh, Alma, try to use Psychic on it. And as I am saying that, I would like to try to push this giant thing right here
Okay.
over.
It's roughly the same height as him. So
Okay. I figure that'd be an athletics roll.
yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Oh no, this thing is really big and heavy.
All right. That is okay. You shove. Definitely shoving it. That was a thing. You didn't. It doesn't seem to move though.
It was not very effective.
It is fairly cold though. You press against it, and you're pushing, and then eventually, I'll say you're pushing, and you start to get that burning sensation that people tend to get when they're pressing up against. You start to get that burning sensation that people get when they're pressing up against something. when it's pressing up against something cold.
Yeah.
It is not a fun feeling.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, it's like, it's called,
I just want to just say that. Yep. Alright. Pressing up against it, there is a mild burning that you feel against your arm. Take 4 ice damage.
okay.
If you have damage reduction, which I believe you do, then I
Ooh,
thought your clothes had damage reduction.
I
I
say,
couldn't remember.
no, I don't think Gladys has armor. Let me check.
Well, I mean, you still get your stat.
Yeah, but he's specifying damage reduction.
Yeah, you can use your stat against this as well.
In that case, I believe it'd be min 1.
Okay. Yes. Pressing up against it, you can't exactly. I'll say you can't manage to push it. It does rock a little, but you now do have a clear view of what is. You do have a bit of a clear view of what is frozen inside of this.
Ooh. Okay.
Do you wish to see what is inside of this?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, that is neat and creepy. He is hybriding the fuck out of things. He's attempting to make the most crazy Pokemon, and he may have just succeeded.
So, it's currently unconscious, so it is inside the thing. It just so good when all of you are just lined up so neatly in a row.
Uh, let's not keep doing that.
Please do. Makes my job so much easier. I'm going to go ahead and roll this, and you tell me.
That's it. You got to roll for his confusion.
That is true. I do. Confusion. Confusion, huh? Confusion. We pull up confusion to see what it does.
He's rolling. He rolls a d20.
Yeah, I'm trying to see volatile affliction.
Yeah, it's under volatile.
Confused. Here we go. There we go. Alright, so roll a 9 or higher. Alright. Not normally.
Huh, he has a +1 somehow. Okay. I know there's a couple ways to do that, so...
Your feeble light show. You must addle my brain. Or it is too intelligent to be confused. Behold! I'm just going to go ahead and roll this and subtract. I'm not saying subtract their speed stat from it and let me know if you get hit with it.
Who was going for?
Everyone.
Oh, first one. I don't think.
I must say, burst one. Well, sorry, burst one will hit everyone around him, with the exception of Gladys.
Okay, so burst one's the AOE around himself. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 14. Yeah, I don't even have to look, dude. A 14's gonna hit a speed no matter what.
Yep.
Oh shit! I didn't even see that part. Never mind. Oops. I just rolled. I had switched to look at his chart.
I was like, unless poison powder has a ridiculously high AC.
AC of 6.
Oh well. AC of 6.
I mean, still fails for me.
So that means a 8. So you need a 8 evasion versus 8 evasion with speed.
Not high enough.
So speed plus modifiers.
Yeah, not high enough. I'm hit.
So it's
part of the reason why, it's part of the reason why sleep powder, poison powder, and like stun spore and stuff don't normally hit, because their AC is ridiculously fucking high.
Oh yeah, status moves have high AC because they're basically fuck you, you're out of the game effects for most of them.
Some of them, Sweet Scent doesn't, hilariously enough. Sweet Scent kind of fucks people up, but it has an AC of 2. And the gastro acid thing that I hit David with has an AC of 2 as well.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, poison powder, unless you have something that keeps you from being poisoned, you are poisoned. Let's see. Nope. Let's see. Luxray doesn't have that, but he does have guts. When suffering from burn, poison, paralysis, freezing, or while asleep, the user's attack is raised 2 combat stages. Goody. Exactly what he needs.
Guess what?
An attack of 40. An attack of 42.
Guess what? You have you've triggered almost competitive streak. Your special attack raises 2 combat stages.
Oh, so I'm the only one who gets screwed by this. Okay, cool.
Oh no, I mean I still take the defense debuff from poisoned. She just
Same.
she just gets a buff because she's suffered a status down basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much status down, status up. Yeah, you got the... Yeah, Luxray hits like a tank, can't take straight damage for shit. So despite being a fully evolved Pokemon, has like a silk of 8. It's like the downside of fully evolved Pokemon. It's like, yeah, they're powerful as fuck. Can't do shit though. Okay, let's see. Hits poison. Hits his poison powder. Okay, cool. Alright. And that's it for his move. Heralds. Yeah! Submit! You have been poisoned! No one can ever... Great!
Just tries to force push him up in the air a little bit since I have to move in 1 meter. I don't want to slam him into Alma.
My scientific brain is riddled with pain.
Nice, because I was going to have her use psychic too.
Oh, so we're just going to air juggle his Tekken ass.
Ah! Who dares use the power of the brain against my brain?
I'm this guy.
Do you believe yourself to be smarter than me?
Well, given that I know how shoes work, Yes?
Don't you talk to me of shoes. I have had shoes. And I have been having shoes for years. In the event that I ever became a Pokemon, that I would wear them.
You could have worn them as a person, too.
Humans do not deserve such luxuries. We are unevolved. Shoes belong to those who shall inherit the earth. Stop lifting me! Put me down, you stupid rabbit!
And because I hit, Luxray gets a +1 to hit.
Did it reset, or will this now be a +2?
It reset when it was my turn. When it became Jay's turn.
Okay, so now it's just back to being +1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's the last turn we get from that.
See, lightning's not going to work. Okay. Fuck it. Lightning's not going to work, so might as well. Strong Jaw. You want to attempt to crunch him.
Alma also gets that bit of flanking.
So that's +2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is he flanking if he's a meter in the air?
He's between the two of us. And presumably he would have fallen back down, because I can't hold him up there. That's telekinesis. That's a different move.
Yeah. So you lift him up in there, you just...
That's right, he just blasted him up. He air juggled him. He blasted him upwards, and he'd fall right back down.
Crunch. Luxray attempts to crunch him, but he will raise his clawed foot in the air and kick at him, sending Luxray off course, unable to complete his attack. Away, you unevolved cat thing! You, on the other hand, stop it! Why again? What's the lifting?
And he gets -1 defense combat stage.
Yep.
So special
Wait.
defense.
Stop the lifting! Stop it! Stop it! Yeah! You want to play that way? I shall use my brain power to offset your brain power. Behold the power of intelligence and science.
Alma gives skeptical look.
As the psychic energy that you are wrapping around him begins to get absorbed into him and flows down his back scales and gets siphoned into a pocket. I'll say a section of scales on his back.
I thought what we're gonna do is like overload him with type energies.
Now your brain won't work on me. For it has been told that those who think too much cannot be affected by those who think too little. No.
This guy.
Sienna's gonna be like, what? Sienna's gonna be like, that's not the way psychic powers work. Actually, I don't know. Is that the way that psychic powers work? She's gonna look around the corner and like, oh my god, Lattice, what's in that container?
I don't know.
As like, none of us are psychic. None of us know how psychic powers work.
Oh my god, aren't you? She's gonna be like, wait, aren't you, like, psychically linked to these people in the Pokemon?
No, I am linked via aura. That's the natural spiritual energy that, binds all Pokemon and other living things together. It surrounds us and permeates us and lets people punch through rocks. There's an entire gym based around it. It's that thing Lucarios use. Too bad your phone died. I'm not repeating that speech. Uno momento. Phone died, but I'm still on the call. How's that work?
I see.
Because shut up. That's why it burps. Yep, there he goes. All by myself. Sure, I'll save a Zeppelin map. You never know when you need to fight in a fucking Zeppelin.
You know, whenever Da Vinci type pops up.
Or, we happen to be in the animated Gotham, where everything's just fucking Zeppelins.
So yeah.
Like an unhealthy number of Zeppelins. We don't have clouds, we just have Zeppelins. Oops, all Zeppelins.
I don't want to do this.
I don't want to wait for our lives to be over.
I found myself in a situation. I'll
just take the fucking plug.
I might as well. I might as well do that. I might as well do it like that because of how things may work if we get to an agnostic season 2. Okay. Okay. Just fine. Just fine. It's not even that much extra work. It feels like extra work, but it's not even that much extra work.
Part of me feels like you might be over-preparing.
But, because there's a much possible season 2.
So yeah, I'm prepping stuff for seasons 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but how's season 1 going?
Oh, see, the thing is, what I originally was thinking for season 1, I have to shift because I can't do both. So I'm like, okay, since I already came up with one plot line, all I'm just doing is shifting it in time. In terms of season 1, thanks to season 1, I have like Killajoel and Cyberface and Scorpio and a couple other things like already started out and made. Cyberface was kind of interesting to do.
Okay.
I was starting to wonder how long it takes to find an outlet.
Oh no, I had to go grab a phone charger. I'll say, like my phone charger wasn't in my office, so I had to go find one and go bring it in here.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. She is going to tell Luxray to use
Not familiar with that one.
okay. Can't use that. Can't use that. That's EOT. Found the thing's not gonna work. Use bite. Let's see. Yeah, gonna use bite. Alright, I'll say, alright, Jay.
Okay. Can't throw that anymore, so I'll just throw focused and inspired training. Let's get the evasion back up. So you're looking at the right sheet. You know what? For laughs, just because he thinks he's the hot shit. I'm going to use bounce, or tell Harold to use bounce on this guy. And how rough's the big lizard looking?
Um, pretty bad. I'm gonna say pretty bad. I'm gonna say pretty bad off.
So he does look like he is taking a beating.
He looks like he's taking a beating. You would say he's taking about like half a beating.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, most of the beating that you seem to have given him doesn't seem like it's gonna work again if you do it. For what you're telling, he seems to be able to take an initial beating, and then every beating afterwards does not seem to cause as much of an effect.
Yeah. Okay. I am polling the party. In this case, David.
Mhm.
I can do the smart thing and try to figure out what the hell this glowing rock is up next to me. Or I can do the silly thing.
You know, as much as my first thought was investigate the rock thing, I'm gonna vote silly.
Okay. In which case, doing the silly thing, he looks pretty rough. I'm gonna throw a heavy ball at him. Ah!
Okay.
-5 modifier to capture roll for every level of weight class he has.
Okay.
He's a big mon, looking at his footprint there on the map, so I imagine he's pretty heavy.
Okay. Right.
In the event that doesn't work,
ahead.
I am telling Harold to use bounce.
Go ahead and make that roll.
Okay, so I guess I just roll a D100 and the GM figures out what the modifiers are, because I don't know them. Because they're all based on information I don't have.
Okay.
Well then,
You throw this Pokeball and hit, and you get the calculator.
the odds are in my favor. As I recall, I have to roll below a number.
Yeah, the lower you roll, the better your chances.
Yeah, so
Alright. Let's see, so... that, that health, that, alright. Yeah. Okay. Alright, you... Okay. Cool. You hit him in the head with the Pokeball as like the dramatic music um seems to come to a standstill as soon as you the Pokeball hits him in the side of the head and just hits the ground. And he looks at you, he's like, "You dare throw a Pokeball at me? I am the most highly evolved creature in the swamp." Gets sucked into the Pokeball, starts rattling, rattling, rattling. King.
Seriously?
Who's involved now, asshole?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I figured assuming it would work on him. I figured when I rolled an 18, I had it in the bag. Honestly, it was probably a waste of a heavy ball and with an 18 on the roll. But
Okay. Is anyone gonna? I'll say, is anyone gonna touch the ball or anything?
I think we're all going to take a minute to go, that works. And then I will cautiously approach the ball and
Ball would be right here.
I'm going to poke it with my long ass flashlight, just so I don't touch it directly, just to see if it reacts. And
Okay. The moment you touch it, it is going to start shaking around violently. The ball will then, I'll say, the ball will start shaking around violently as you see, like the core of it start, like the little button on the front start like blinking frantically. You will see the ball start to shift from heavy ball to safari ball to regular ball to love ball, and it starts cycling through all the different types of Pokeballs that are available before it starts glowing white and explodes, ejecting this man out onto the ground like.
So you got the Pokemon, but not the map.
yeah,
No! You'll just see the ball laying on the ground and like shattered into pieces. Now, you will feel my unbridled What? He starts looking at his hands. No. No! I was evolved! What did you do?
wasted a perfectly good, heavy ball, apparently.
It appears that the molecular structure of my body was unable to, the human Pokemon synthesis was unable to be contained within, was unable to be contained and, and held when transmitted into energy form. This is something that I shall have to remember next time, because, this means that I cannot capture future subjects. It is good to know. Thank you, Jay. Now, all I have to do is transform again, and I will, Jay, you will hear something behind you. As a matter of fact, everyone will hear something coming from over here.
Oh, the rock.
I'll say, you said you were over here.
Yeah,
so,
they're over there. Because I poked it with the flashlight.
You will hear some sort of noise come from back here. You can hear it audibly and partially in your heads. It's kind of, the best way I can describe it is kind of Reaper-esque.
It's sovereign.
As you kind of hear like these strange noises in your head, and it sounds like a language that you are vaguely it sounds like some sort of primal language that deep in your soul you're familiar with, but you can't recall it. The doctor's gonna look over and he's like, But I did my best. I told you to just give me one more chance. I shall find Ronan, and she will be delivered to you. I promise. I promise. No, no, no. Think of everything I've done for you. I sacrificed Researcher Evan for you. Researcher Evan. He was my favorite. And I gave him to you. Do not do such a as you will must say as you'll see like his hands start to shimmer, and must say as you see his hands start to shimmer and glitch, he was like, no, 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 no. He's gonna reach out and try to grab you, Jay. What's your must say? He's gonna reach out and try to grab you with a struggle.
That'd be physical evasion, which is a grand total of 5.
Let's say he's gonna grab a hold of whatever like your jacket shirt thing with like his one hand that's still here. His other hand is kind of glitching out of existence. He's like, you did this. You have to fix this. You're a ranger. Help me. Do your ranger thing.
Okay, what ranger thing do you think I have here?
I don't know. I don't know what rangers do, but you're the closest thing to an intelligent scientist here, besides me. What? Use one of your herbs or something. Something off a tree.
Yeah, I don't have something to fix you making deals with whatever the hell that rock is.
It is science. Tree, there's science in nature. Certainly, one of your poppins or berries can fix molecular deconstruction.
I only barely understood the words that come out of your mouth, man.
He's gonna look over at Harold, and Harold he was like you little flame bunny, can you help me? He was like obviously you wield the power to be able to combust molecules. Obviously you can put them back together again if you can explode them, right? Right? Harold's gonna look at you like, what?
What is this guy smoking?
Harold's gonna look back at him and kind of just make like cough as a little bit of like purple gas poison comes out of his mouth, like, peh. He's like, yeah, you're all useless. You're all useless. He's gonna back up and he's like, my genius, it will not be. He was like, I shall not suffer the same. As his body just kind of breaks apart into atoms and just kind of drifts into his body breaks apart into like billions of like sparkling atoms. Kind of looks like a bit of a lame firework.
Shit.
So that just happened.
Yeah, I think we need to talk to Ron whenever she feels like speaking. This is weird. This is really weird. And I don't know about these Pokemon. Part of me says we should free them because of Pokemon. Another part of me says,
I say we leave them in here until a Joy or something can come in here and make sure it's even safe to let them out. They need, people that actually know, like, advanced medicine and science, not,
it's a thought.
I mean, they've done nothing wrong in theory by just existing, not their fault, but at the moment we don't even know if it's safe to actually open the hatch.
What about
The
that
rock, I'll say the rock over here is going to start rattling on the table. As I'll say, the rock is going to start rattling on the table as you see streams of energy start shooting out. I'll say, you see streams of energy start shooting out of it. Kind of doing that kind of energy thing where lightning kind of lances out in random directions.
Yeah, we might want to take cover.
I'm already behind this thing.
Also, pecha berries all around.
Right.
Cure poison.
I'll say, Luxray is going to hide behind this table. Is Alma just going to continue to, okay. Everybody's taking cover. This energy will start lancing out. It is going to start shooting and hitting things. Is going to strike. I'll say is going to strike this door, and this door is going to turn into a pile of daffodils. Lancing out and hitting this. Lancing out and hitting this robotic arm. Lancing out and hitting this robotic arm is going to turn into a safety pin.
Yeah.
You just see this energy just lancing out, striking things, turning several things into other things. Before a beam of light shoots out of it, and it fires directly up into the. This beam of light shoots directly up in the ceiling, creating this like searing. It's like this searing beam of light. As you can, if you're looking, you can see the ceiling kind of melting as the beam of light eventually fades, and the artifact is gone. There is a giant burning hole in the ceiling with molten steel just kind of dripping down onto the floor, and sunlight coming through.
So that just happened.
Right. Huh.
Okay. You will see. Wait, what the hell? Okay, hold on for 1 second.
Alright, so solve the scientist problem, still gotta solve the time sink problem.
I'm wondering what that stone was doing. Maybe with it gone, everything was back to normal?
One way to find out.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Mother just tried calling me, but I just tried calling her back and I got nothing. So I'm like, alright, cool. Alright, so they'll probably call me back in a moment. Jay, you will hear, Mase, Jay, you'll kind of hear a bit of a light giggling.
Oh, there's that voice again.
It's going to say, wow, I never thought that, it's like, and here you are. Never thought that you, didn't think that you'd pull something that crazy.
Thank you.
I must admit, against something like that, I didn't even know how the odds would play out. And that's something, and that's something for me. If you've proven one thing to me, is that I think that you are capable of a great many things. And one of those things is being able to hear me. And number one, it's nice that you can actually hear me. And number two, it's nice to know that even when you might be completely outmatched, you have the wherewithal and the ingenuity to seem to always find a way to be victorious. And that's exactly what I need. You will see that small ball of light come through the hole in the ceiling and start floating around in the middle. Start floating around in the middle of start floating around right about here.
Okay.
So, it'll say, so, how's about it?
How's about what?
Helping you?
We be partners.
Hmm?
We be partners.
With a random ball of light?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. And it's been a while. I don't normally let people see me, but...
Oh.
Okay, other people see this too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Which case, sure?
I like the deck set because David thinks it looks very familiar.
That's, Vicente, I think?
Victini.
Yeah. I want to say it's a legendary or a pseudo-legendary.
I say, okay. You said you dex it?
I think he wants to dex it, yeah.
Okay.
Question marks.
Okay. Cool.
Not in database.
Victini, the victory Pokemon, is said to bring victory to the trainer that befriends it. It produces an infinite amount of energy within itself, and it can share with others by touch.
Oh, this is great. The guy who doesn't actually do battles is the guy who gets the Pokemon in victory.
Hey. It gives you victory in your rangerness.
I mean, I'm not opposed. Like I said, I'm down. It just kind of was like, oh, that's ironic.
Well, I'll say one. It was like, yes, it was like you. And I'll say yes, it's the Pokemon of victory, but I mean, all that basically just means is success.
Yeah.
And I'll say Victini is going to look at you and be like, well, it was like, well, I was trying, it was like, thanks for getting rid of that, thanks for getting rid of that thing. It was messing up my fun. I was trying to just do a little bit of, I was trying to play a little prank and allow people to have a little bit of fun with some wins at the casino. Then my powers just kind of, then my abilities just kind of went haywire there because of that thing. And I couldn't really control it.
Well, I'm glad
And I guess everyone's luck just kind of went out of control.
Yeah, I'm glad we got everything back into balance. Except possibly the basement. We still need to fix that, possibly.
Hmm. Well, I'm sure she'll figure that out. But till then, but until then, hello, he's gonna be like, hello, travel buddy.
Alright, well, if it's wanting to travel with us, I presume I need to stick you in a ball, because that's usually how this stuff works.
I mean, I could just follow you.
I mean, you could. I know the balls are supposed to help with, like, healing and stuff in the event you got hurt, but...
I mean, yes, when that comes around. It was like, well, I could just travel like this, and just kind of turns into a small little ball of light. It's kind of like circles around your head.
That's gonna draw a lot of attention, you know, me having a halo all of a sudden.
I suppose that's also fair. And it's going to say, how's about now? It's like actually, it's gonna. The only person who can hear it talking is you. He was like, ask your friend over there if he can see me.
Does anybody else still see it?
Is it still here?
Okay, I guess that'll work, yeah.
Okay. I'll say, and I'll say with that, I'll say, Victini will say when you need, he'll say whenever you need me, I'll be right here. And I give you the stats for it. Yeah. Okay. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and export this. All right. And I will send you the file for it right now in Skype. And I'll make you a sheet form. Still there?
Still here. Yep.
Right. Let me know if you can actually, translate that or not. It is basically a notebook file.
Okay, well, if it's a notepad file, I can try... let me see if I can download it.
It opens in Notepad.
If it opens in Notepad, I should be able to do it.
Right. If not, just let me know and I'll send something different.
Give me a second to actually open up Skype on the laptop so I can actually download it to the laptop and not the phone, and then we'll see what happens.
Okay. And I'll say go ahead and make you a slot for that.
Loading, loading, loading. Download. Open. You said notepad. We'll open it in notepad. Yes, it came out in English for the most part. There's some weird formatting at the very beginning of the document, but everything else seems to be.
Okay. Came out with one psychic attack. That psychic attack kind of sucks, but you got a psychic attack. Actually, it's not a bad psychic attack. It's pretty powerful if you can actually connect. Its ability is pretty good. It'll stack very well with the other stuff that you do.
All right then.
I say Victory Star will stack very well with your other stuff. Exactly what you need. More to hit.
Well, I mean, in this system.
Yeah.
In this system with Roll20 and shit.
I say if Tristan does things a certain way, you guys will have a +4 to accuracy rolls.
Oh wow, that'd be nice.
Oh, cool. He might have a chance of hitting something.
I mean, you guys hit. I say you guys. Well, the way it seems to go, you either hit everything or you miss everything.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the system in a nutshell.
Yes, Alexander? Okay. Right ahead.
And say there, there is no real margin for error in the combat system.
As much as I like the effort they put in the combat system, I feel because it's trying to replicate, I guess, the games. That I feel it's the weakest part, because everything else is great.
Yeah, it's like it's reflecting the combat. It's reflecting the combat of the Game Boy games, which, again, they're your attack's more likely to hit than it is to miss.
Yeah, and I'll say it becomes a matter of strategy on how to survive long enough to win, as opposed to a don't get hit.
Yeah.
It's like can you build a Pokemon that can basically shrug off what's being done to it? So you pretty much get benefits for figuring out how to build a tank.
Yeah, tanking is really the only viable defense in this.
Tanking and having moves that basically say "fuck you" now. But yeah, it's like I don't need to win the fight. I just need to outlast you. And yeah, just like real Pokemon battle, just like Pokemon battles in the Game Boy, can pretty much end in one hit if you land it properly. So yeah, in Pokemon, in the game, you're really not supposed to survive one or two hits. Especially if you have type effectiveness. The only time a fight actually seems to be pretty good is when both types actually just do normal, just, they don't have type advantage. They're just like two Pokemon that just do damage to each other. Then those battles actually last and look pretty cool. Like normal type faces a normal type. Wow, this is going to be great.
One of the many reasons I prefer the anime to the video games.
Well, video games are there for, supposed to be, games are designed for, like, quick, fun, speed run stuff.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the games. They're just not as interesting to me.
Yeah, they're not. They're definitely not. They're designed to be card trip. It's designed to be a card trip game.
And at this point, they could make the combat more interesting, but they're choosing not to.
If they could do a game, where like combat was kind of, Pokemon combat was kind of like Kingdom Hearts-ish in style, like the combat system where you just kind of run around and like using attacks and flipping, and it's just like a JRPG type Final Fantasy level thing. That'd be great if that's the way that combat was. with the open world
Which
thing.
is weird, because they've had games where that they could do that, like the Coliseum games, but they didn't.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Hell, they even have a
God, that'd be
Pokemon fighting game, and it sucks.
Yeah. I'm like, that would be so great if they just had just like you could do like double jumps and flips and use your abilities to try to pull stuff like that. Oh my god,
It's like, I think the closest we have to an interesting Pokemon game, in terms of watching what the Pokemon can do, I think the closest we have to an interesting one is Smash.
Yeah, Smash is Super Smash Bros. Is the best Pokemon fighting game.
Did I say Pokemon Stadium?
Yeah, I just mentioned Stadium a second ago.
I miss it.
No, Stadium was surprisingly fun. I must say, even though it was basically every single other thing that the game has ever had, but surprisingly fun. Well, I'm going to go pick up my mom. I must say, hopefully Victini turns out well for you. He was on your list of Pokemon that you said that you were hoping to encounter during this campaign, so...
Cool. And he's not that much stronger than my current Pokemon.
Well, yeah. Not supposed to be.
Also, need XP for beating the mad scientist at some point.
Yes, I will. I must say, I will send that as soon as I get back home.
Okay.
Alright. In which case, thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys tomorrow.
Yep, talk to you later.
Yep.